Okay, there goes my microphone. Okay. So, hello everybody. It's been a good while since the last time I have posted. Yeah, then so simply that the new season had just launched. Had launched ago. Yet then there's some new stuff to look at. So, yeah. Yet then we did manage to get the new one of the new exotics. Yet then right here. I'm very sure there's also more than that. Just try to look around here. Or simply not. But there is new ornaments around here. You did this. So you did for the hard light. And also, we'll also try to look around for the changes. For now, we'll just head right into the battleground. Also that tier 2 the classic strikes, and I think the movie Fortresses may be out. Then for now yet though, I just simply I'm just gonna run the four horsemen set on here, and also that rocket launchers end up indicating a nice decent buff. So yet then if you manage to go down to the drifter and buy the bad omens at the cost of some materials and 10 cores, yet then you'll
listen closely, Guardian.
You'll have it there.
Callus's daughter, Empress Keitel, has arrived in our system, hoping to reunify the Cabal Empire. We've spotted an Imperial land tank tearing through Nessus. Ikora thinks it has something to do with Keitel's efforts. I want boots on the ground for a closer look.
So you did. Right now we're in the matchmaking activity, so that means it's public, so it'll key you up with 2 other players.
Guardian, the Cabal tank is ahead. Break their front line and get us eyes on it.
Oh my gosh, everything's all aggressive. I seem to see if it's supposed to be like a weekly rotation. Because I do know it's also shown there on Cosmodrome and many other places. Maybe I should have known better about being within a respawn radius. Also, that station is supposed to have a nerf, but it doesn't look too noticeable. Still fairly strong. Maybe I should have thrown on Skyburner, so probably would have obliterated them. Seems to the super is more responsive. It's shattering and it would have done at a slower time.
New objective. Based on the field intelligence you recovered, we believe a former Red Legion commander is on site, directing from the ground. This commander was a mere legionary under Gaul's rule. He personally pulled the trigger on a horrifying amount of lightless Guardians during the Red War. He has since risen to become a warlord among the remnants of the Red Legion, and now that butcher carries Keitel's banner. End him. Divide leadership on the ground long enough for our scouts to determine what Keitel is planning. And perhaps get justice for the Guardians he sent to their final deaths.
I thought it had to be like the old OG. I'm gonna wait. Ooh, I'm burning up. you go? Seems the heavy ammunition are dropping more rarely. It's like a miniature raid. Now you're making something interesting. Oh, he's so close to his next stage.
respect a commander who's willing to shed blood on the front line.
That's easy to say when you're the one left standing.
I don't regret a single one of my 1,000 deaths. It's the times I chose not to fight that I regret.
There's nothing wrong with choosing real peace. I wish the Cabal were that clever.
That will never happen. The Cabal have honor. They would rather die than surrender. I admire that.
Remind me not to get on your good side. I'm not sure I'd survive it.
This actually ain't that bad for a submachine gun. Could have been better. Okay, so we got the artifact. This is going to be an introductory to the new. Place of the tower.
Welcome aboard the Helm, Guardian, the hub for emergency logistics and maneuvers. Here you'll find the assets and information you need to complete our most time-sensitive operations. We'll continue upgrading this space as situations in the system evolve, so check in often to get the latest developments.
That seems to be the vault. The kiosk or whatever.
Warriors of the Empire, I see your fury. For years you have waited for your leaders to reclaim you. But time has not changed your nature. Your rage becomes the swing of the cleaver, the thrust of the shield, the shout of the cannon. I send out a challenge to the remains of the broken legion. Prove your worth in battle. The ancient rites live again. The triumphant will become the first members of my war council. We are Cabal. We eat the mountains. We drink the seas.
Well done disrupting the Cabal on Nessus. I wish that was the end of it. But unfortunately, it's just the beginning. Empress Keitel has emerged as the new face of their empire and demanded I pledge loyalty to her. Our conversation went as well as you might expect. Thanks to the information you recovered, we know this. Former members of the Red Legion and other leaderless Cabal are all competing for a seat on Keitel's War Council. In an effort to prevent Cabal reunification, I'm assembling a team to take out her aspiring commanders. Lord Saladin will act as field commander, and Osiris will report directly to me as my advisor. He's appointed a new hunter, Crow, to be your reconnaissance expert. As always, Amanda Holliday will provide air support. Your task is simple. Defeat Keitel's commanders across the Sol system. Once you eliminate their leadership, Cabal infighting will prevent Keitel from amassing real power. If we miss this opportunity, another all-out war will become inevitable. Good luck.
Might as well buy the new mods. It's all XP, but I'll see the real rewards there.
The new style suits you. Spoils of victory in the reef.
Glint chose the materials. You haven't let me pay for any of this.
If you want to repay me, keep that mask affixed to your face. It will protect you from the city's ignorance.
I know what it's for. If this is what it takes to make a difference, I'm in.
I've had to walk these streets under disguise more times than you know. Now I am welcome. Soon you shall be too. Patience and caution. Guardian. Saladin spoke highly of your assault. They think their tank is a show of strength, but it is no Iron Lord.
Saladin will hold the line so our attention can be directed elsewhere. Names are needed. Examples. My friends in the Reef have been talking. At this point, Red Legion commanders are either brutes or braggarts. Not the type for subtlety. They want Keitel's attention.
We will use that information to direct our fury. Create a power vacuum and show the Cabal the path they've chosen. Dismissed.
Together in the field. Huh. I'm starting to get the impression you all like having me around.
This must be the new decoder. So let's see what we have here. So we got the old retro Ferris. Turn up Blazon. Occasion Cornet. Tarantula. Although the new fusion rifles don't need a buff in their apartment. But that from gold, huh? Nice pack reserves. That isn't bad for a fusion rifle like that range. You know, masterwork. Besides, it's my first time in a long time to see a rapid fire have a range this much there. And I'll take that since they do lack some damage in the department. Let them go will make them much more efficient.
The dragon of your light roars over Nessus. Our enemies fear you, Guardian. Osiris mentioned you crashed a Cabal ritual they call the Rite of Proving. He seems to think it's not unlike our Crucible, made for settling scores. I don't see the resemblance. Scraps of the Red Legion are competing to earn Keitel's favor. Just like her, their hands are tied by tradition. They're forced to meet every challenger or forfeit their position. We can exploit that. I want you to run down every Cabal commander you can find. If they're foolhardy enough to accept a fistfight with you, Keitel's War Council won't fill a single seat. To that end, Crow has spotted another of the Empress's hopefuls on Europa. They call him Basilius the Golem. He's looking for Golden Age relics to excavate from the ice. Basilius intends to augment his body and offer combat enhancements to other Cabal. If he succeeds, it won't be long before Keitel has an entire platoon of exo-legionaries at her disposal. Get in the way.
Yep, it's just like the good old vault. It's the post box. So what this is just basically a private space. So Mr. Crow sits way in the back there. Take a look around here or there, see what else. Yeah, don't worry, it's it that I'll probably just gotta set up a personal build. And they'll be good enough to get through everything. Oh, since I do know the mods has already been depleted. Here, overloaded bow, unstoppable pulse rifle, anti-barrier scout. This is gonna be a spicy thing with the Skyburners though. Skyburners already over-penetrates phalanx shields. Unstoppable hand cannon, overload machine gun. Yeah, I'll probably do a scout rifle build. There's a dual targeting, huh? Okay, that's interesting. Anti-barrier sniper rifle. That's also interesting too. Passive guard. Targets for your stasis super refund super energy. That seems to be a great deal, although for expensive cost. Sundering glaze. So I mean, it's under glare. That seems to be interesting. Then volatile conduction. It's an old seasonal perk. So seamlessly is revolving all around scout rifles, sniper rifles, and submachine guns, including bows. So this is going to be interesting in general. Yet then I'll be pushing on once more. About that. Then we're just gonna get right down to business with it. Also, that fusion rifle's also gotten a range buff, so you're able to have the ability to hit things from a longer distance. Do the burners build, so going to need this. Auto bow fusion. Somehow I'm missing Scout Rifle mod. Yeah, somehow I'm missing it. That is odd. So it looks like I have to buy it from the seasonal section, but oh, this is gonna be a royal pain. Okay. Then on the old scout loader. So I'm still gonna keep my builds simply just basic for from there. Simply that the resilience do matter now. Although I will be trying the bow out later. Probably around in the patrol areas it then. think there's like the others, exotic scouts, so there's even symmetry, which I do have that sitting back in the vault. And also that there's also new stuff here. Scary. Seems that I don't see the new strike. But seems the Bungie is still keeping it. Yeah, the old two off sector systems. So also that you think also possibly get the Telesto Catalyst out of there too, which probably would be highly unlikely if you're doing it solo, but it wouldn't be a problem. But it's just better try to level up the artifact that then pretty much, yeah, you know, start doing it and get your high stat exotic gear and whatnot. And also that you don't ever forget to try to go and harvest some more spoils or conquests, so you could buy the A-rate exotic. They're simply gonna jump right in right away. And also not to ever forget, that'll give you a small little tip for the Salvator Salvo. So it's like this it's asking for the activities in general. Now you have to, when you're using grenade launchers, you have to the thing what you do is you have to use the Wither Horde, which you could get a ton of kills out of one grenade and it'd be more efficient like that. Also, they can also use the Fighting Lion, which is also a decent choice for grenade launcher since it uses primary ammo instead of special.
The Cabal incursion is isolated around a nearby Vex structure. They haven't yet had a chance to fabricate heavy fortifications.
The Vex are agitated. Expect their interference as well.
Go show them the power of humanity's champions.
that is still insane. Ah, crap.
Look at this. Picking apart the Vex like carrion birds. It's pathetic.
There is no glory in what the Cabal are seeking here, just desperation.
Agreed.
Seem to say Rick Cactus is probably right and everybody else is right about the Skyburners. It seems to he's doing a healthy amount of damage to the Cabal with the extra damage perk on it.
This Legion's champion is near, Guardian. Perform the rite of proving, call him out, and show him the power of the light. We should send in another team to do a second sweep. Today's survivor is tomorrow's enemy.
Did the Vanguard not have a loosely held policy on offering quarter to fleeing enemies?
The Vanguard asked an Iron Lord to lead their forces. If they did not wish me to fight like an Iron Lord, they should have asked someone else.
While I agree, I can't help but wonder if your disregard for their codes of conduct may cause friction.
Friction is conflict. Conflict breeds strength. They know this. Or they should.
In my experience, what the Vanguard should know, And what they actually know are not always the same.
You speak the truth, Warlock. My only hope is that they have not forgotten the Battle of Twilight Gap and the lessons learned there.
So this so far is very interesting. It's just short and sweet like a strike sometimes. It is funny that yet then the scout rifle targeting is completely missing. If I just bought about that. Bow fusion near. Yeah, I don't see scout rifle targeting. So that is completely weird. And then we'll go right back to the helm, and then afterwards I'll stop right here. Since all this is gonna be basically progressing through the storyline. It's just a little taste of everything. You know, also I think we should be able to have a peek. Salvager salvo. That's a spicy mod. It's got 2 mod sockets as well. That's interesting.
The Elixni need our help. If we turn our backs on them now, we might as well put a gun in their hands and point it at us.
Basically what it is, kind of like the adept.
I should get those parts for Anna
weapon.
that she requested.
This'll be it. Makes me wonder if you could actually double slot things in.
I should head into the
And yet
city
this got
when I'm done
vorpal
here.
weapon, that's
Something to eat.
interesting, but it could be a egg clearer monster as well. It's like, yeah, like Demolitionist, a chain reaction, Ambitious Assassin, chain reaction, vorpal weapon. This is all very good perk combinations, and I can imagine, yeah, what I could possibly do with this. It's got 2 weapon mod slots. This also makes it very interesting in general.
If I told him I wanted to put together a fire.
I really don't know if Dragonfly spec ever doing to train chain reaction, but Dragonfly spec is optional there. That looks like it's gonna be some tasty rock grenade launcher after, you know, somebody's gonna get their hands on, or whatever I do get my hands on today. So yeah, they I also forgot they also repurposed the Dreamy City weapons. There's gonna be some interesting things that's gonna be going on there. Anyways, I do heard that yet then they repurpose some of the catalysts to clear like bad juju or stuff. Now yet. So the thing I always find was interesting on Skyburns of Catalyst is that although it's just a flat out range buff, although this thing is basically has infinite range due to it being as a true projectile weapon than a scout rifle. But it'll basically make your projectiles more linear and start flying faster. Yeah, basically even faster, so you could basically go out the range and basically have it as velocity instead. Because I do notice that from other videos that yeah, the rounds would be lobbing slow, but when there's more range they are lobbing faster, and yet then they are more linear when you're hip firing. Also, they also extend out the aim assist and the target acquisition cones. Yeah, so that the rounds will have a much more forgiving, much more bigger tracking degree. Because right now it's about 10 degrees basically without the callus right now. So yeah, probably with the range, you have to probably give another extra 2 to 5 degrees. And that's so you think this thing may be decent when you're doing the range game in the Crucible. With although it's never been the best of the best, but I tried it out before. It's an okay scout rifle. Let's also see enchantments. Okay. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to start reaping all the rewards and benefits of stuff like this. So yeah, I'll stop the broadcast from here. Yeah, I'll be going on with my activities and duties. See you later.